Hola, hippies. Welcome to Life's Little Mysteries with Dr. Woody. Today we're going to answer the question, why the GOP is at war with women. Good question, don't you think? The Nation blog this week, there's a hint of bewilderment in a piece which asks, do the Republicans think they can win without women? By Carol Gilligan, a renowned feminist. She semi-smugly declares, if they believe that in exercising control over a woman's reproductive functions they will also control their voices, they're wrong. Well, of course they're wrong. Duh. Don't you get it? They're counting on being wrong. They are eager to drive women away, and Latinos, and blacks, and sane people, because the GOP top owners, the managers, they don't want to win this time. The purpose of this campaign is ideological and monetary. It blankets the land in overlapping layers of slimy, odorous GOP bullshit and provides very accessible ways to financially reward loyal sponsors and adjuncts from the spoils of the campaign chests. It spreads the wealth. Just as in 2008, they didn't want it at all. Too much baggage. By 2008, even white people were disgusted with Bush and Cheney. The economy was dissolving in front of their very eyes on account of their policies, and unemployment was rampant and getting worse. The health care costs were out of control. The real estate bubble had burst and was setting off reactions in other peripheral markets. People were losing their homes. It looked like ruin was everywhere. And worse, the US of A, which has long nourished its delusions by being the beacon of the world's oppressed peoples, had by then become an international pariah state, guilty of inflicting countless cruel, undeserved casualties, death, and mayhem on nations and people who were not guilty of anything but having been unable to defend themselves against us. So the GOP nominate Palin to McCain's ticket and watch as it fluttered gaily out to sea and sank without a trace. That was then. It was too toxic. This is now. And if Romney or any of the clown car leads the ticket, it's tantamount to the same thing. The owners still don't want even any nominal responsibility for what's coming. Not for the past this time, but for what's going to happen for the next 4 years when the real austerity program sets in. What? You thought it already had? Oh, aren't you cute? But baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Any new jobs will pay nothing and have crap benefits. So even the numbers go up. Quality of life can't even. And even that, only a fraction of the people who were disemployed in the last Great Recession will ever recover to the same standard of living they once enjoyed, depending on your age, somewhere between 1 in 5 and 1 in 3. Would you like fries with that, ma'am? But the market's making money, and the banks are awash in cash. The members of the interlocking directorates are pleased that Tiger Woods seems to be making a comeback and reinvigorating the game. There are at least two new generation bubbles being crafted, even as we speak, to extract the next trillion or so dollars from our collective pockets. Verily, with St. Barry the spelunker in charge of the duopoly, it's safely ensconced. They'll move back into office again in 2016 when the Dems and the AFBP, that is America's first black president, have collared all the blame and obloquy for the decline of the empire and rally the troops then on with cries to restore us to our former glory. As long as the white majority survives, it'll keep them in power. Now, I doubt if you or I will live to see it, hippies. No matter how preservative is life at the beach. Pause.